Yeah, that's me blown away. I always try to blow my horn using the conception of artists like Frank Sinatra and instill that kind of feeling in my kids playing and their singing. Here are some newspaper shots of my 6 to 12-year-olds. I started this project in the Tampa Bay area in 1978. Here is the band in various stages, including one of the first Clearwater Jazz Festivals.
Today we have a very, very special treat for you as you meet and enjoy the sounds of Sonny LaRosa's America's Youngest Jazz Band. Now, as Sonny tells me, the first piece is titled Jumpin' with Symphony Sid. So ladies and gentlemen, on this Memorial Day, here is Sonny LaRosa and America's Youngest Jazz Band. Sonny, take it away. It was real flattering to appear as a local celebrity. The band was getting plenty of media attention, and our first CD was recorded.
Tonight in Campbell's Corner, America's Youngest Jazz Band. It's based right here in the Bay Area. Bill Campbell introduces us to Sonny LaRosa's 20 jazz pros, and they're all 12 years old or younger.
It is indeed America's youngest jazz band playing stormy weather. The trumpeter is 12-year-old David McAvoy. These 20 band members put their hearts and souls into their music. Through the efforts of Sonny LaRosa, these youngsters have a jump start on their musical careers, a start that will take them a long way.
They're marvelous. I love them. And they practice every day. They want to get someplace. All these great guys have said that they've never heard anything like it. But it's hard work, and we're going to do it. We're going to be world famous.
That's 11-year-old Cassandra Murphy singing Cabaret. 12-year-old Greg Brock plays Harlem Nocturne on the alto sax, and he does a fine job. No two ways about it. These kids are great.
And they swing. They swing. That's the thing, right?
That they do. In Clearwater, Bill Campbell, 10 News.
Yeah, I don't know who's having more fun, the band director or the kids.
The band got full coverage in the International Jazz Educators Journal, Tampa Bay Magazine, and National Guideposts for Kids.
Has met an impressive group of young musicians.
You can forget rap or rock. These kids are performing music that would make their grandparents proud. They're hailed as the youngest jazz band in the country. Take a look at this fine-tuned talent on tonight's West Side Story. Once you reach the ripe old age of 13, you're out of this band. Its members audition for a chance to play. Can be from anywhere in the Bay Area, but must come to all practices and performances, and they are good. Their teacher and leader, Sonny LaRosa, doesn't understand any kid who doesn't want to be a part of this.
The kids all over the world, all over the country anyway, to get involved with this. It's always sports. Sports are great, but come on. This is a wide open art, and it's so many opportunities for so many kids.
If you ever get a chance to hear America's youngest jazz band, you will marvel at their musical sophistication. You'll be amazed at their poise. And if you close your eyes, you'll often think you're listening to a group of big-time professionals. Why are they so good?
You have to make a commitment to it. You can't slack off. You have to be at every practice.
He's really good at teaching people. He has a way with people. And like if say you wanted to sing, he gives you a chance. Well, I really liked it because once I came in, it was different, but after a while I got used to it, and it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
She's Belinda Womack's daughter, so you expect the talent to run deep for Erica, but all these other members have it too. Sonny LaRosa started teaching his kids' bands 15 years ago. They've gotten bigger and better and are now an extension of his own musical career.
And I thought I was going to be the greatest trumpet player in the world. Perhaps I'm not. But I feel like I'm the greatest music teacher in the world because this is what I'm producing.
And you can see them tomorrow and Sunday in Ybor City. A lot of big jazz greats are going to be there. Big jazz festival in Ybor. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great weekend.
He should be proud of it.
What a great feeling this was, to have so many jazz celebrities come to help us raise funds for our trip to the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland.
Sonny LaRosa, the man who created America's Youngest Jazz Band, and his musicians.
They say you're only as young as you feel. Well, if that's true, then one longtime Bay Area jazz trumpeter must be about 12 years old. Al Rochelle has the story of the leader of America's youngest jazz band in tonight's Positive People profile.
Once more.
For the past 18 years, kids like these have been the apple of Sonny LaRosa's eye. And now this 69-year-old former trumpeter is taking the 24-member band to the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland.
You get great faith in people, really, when you see something like this. I love it. I mean, it's my whole thing.
But getting there hasn't come easy. Lots of concerts, practice, discipline for the kids aged 6 to 13.
And the rules are you have to make rehearsal, you have to make the lessons. I work with them, because if you don't, what good is it? We have nothing. It will never be like this. This is hard work.
It's not the trip, though, that excites Sonny. It's the chord this music is striking in the lives of these young, potential virtuosos. And yes, in a way, it is a dream come true for Sonny to appear with the world's greatest jazz musicians, even if it's not exactly in the role he expected.
I thought I was going to be the greatest trumpet player in the world. Prayed every night, please, God, let me be the greatest trumpet player. But I wasn't. But now they tell me I'm the greatest teacher in the world, so maybe that's better.
This is Al Rochelle, 10 News.
They are an impressive group of young people. I've had the honor of seeing them.
The kids were getting wonderful publicity, including a letter of congratulations from a saxophone player, President Bill Clinton.
These young people have been invited to perform at the very prestigious Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland this coming July. And in the meantime, this is a group that has appeared with me on television in the past and brought the house down. And I think that's going to happen again tonight. And they are going to be appearing throughout the Bay Area in the coming months as they try to raise the funds to pay for the trip to the Montreux Jazz Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sonny LaRosa's America's Youngest Jazz Band. Here they are.
It's kind of hard to believe that I'm 30 years older than these kids. Here's a little thing, a brand new arrangement. Features Cassandra Murphy and Chris Yarn, and it's called Where or When.
You were.
The smile that you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when.
Some things have happened for the first time.
Seem to be happening again.
I never really heard kids in a high school band that were maybe not twice the ages, but I never heard any as young as these youngsters you have here. Never in my whole life.
In our extra, it's on your kids. Well, if you thought the big band era is a thing of the past, you need to get into the swing of things. Thanks to a very dedicated old-time trumpet great, some youngsters are learning to love a music form that helped a country through 2 world wars and then some. It's almost showtime. The hair is just right. The suit is on tight. The instruments are getting tweaked. Sonny LaRosa's America's Youngest Jazz Band is about to take the stage. They've been all over the state and have even been to a major jazz festival in Switzerland. They may make a trip to the White House. Sonny LaRosa and America's Youngest Jazz Band. It's music that was sweet to the ear during their grandparents' era. Now these 6 to 11-year-olds from the Bay Area are bringing back music from the big band era. Usually they play for an older crowd, but today they're trying to get these students into the swing of things. Sonny LaRosa, a former trumpet player, will make melodies with any child, as long as they have the desire to play.
I like to feel the jazz in my bones, and I like to just play them. My favorite part about being in this is that Sonny's usually cracking jokes during practice.
These kids are so, I would say, fortunate, because when I was a kid, and all the musicians say the same thing, no one had this type of thing, and that's why I do it, because I didn't have it when I was a kid. And it's something that I used to dream about. I used to say, gee, I wish I could play in a big theater and at 10 years old, 11 years old, whatever. And these kids are doing it.
Sonny's love for music is rubbing off on 6-year-old Amanda. She even has some tips for trumpet players.
Don't mess up and do the right notes.
Ciro is playing out his dreams.
I would dream about it. I would think, wow, I'm going to be in a band.
But being in the band keeps the kids in tune with more than just music. The band is giving these kids a chance to hit high notes they didn't think they could reach. So not only would Duke Ellington and George Gershwin be proud, but Sonny has a lot to smile about, too.
It's rewarding for me when I see kids play so great. And like I said, all the musicians, all my friends are great musicians, say, I wish I had that when I was a kid.
I was 4 years old the first time I walked on a stage, and I never dreamed that I'd still be singing it and touring all over the country, and our grandma.
Here's our dear friend, the legendary Connie Haynes, who gives me some complimentary advice.
And see the kids, and they're just all so talented individually. It's just been a delight today, and especially hearing you still playing your horn. Don't ever quit.
Nicely done, everybody. These kids, 5, 6 years old, you start them, and let's say they go up to 13 years old, and then
out.
Sonny, how you doing?
Great. Listen.
Thanks for inviting us, letting us be here this morning.
These kids are my everything.
I know they are. I know they are. You, and in a little while, I'm going to talk to you a little while because he's had a great career playing himself, and maybe toward the end of the show you're going to play for us. But all you guys, thanks for coming in this morning and helping us out.
They look so young. Well, they are. And they would have to be called America's Youngest Jazz Band. Sonny LaRosa is their leader and founder. For 19 years, he's been getting these kids to play like this. They start as young as 5 years old. At 13, they're finished, out to pasture.
I want little kids to hear little kids play. And I want kids to get started in this thing.
Sonny LaRosa was pretty young himself when he started playing the trumpet, had a great career at it. Now, he wants kids to learn and to love music. He teaches them. It doesn't happen overnight, but almost.
I put them in the band, whether he can play or not. Because if I keep him out and I keep working with him for a year, the kid's going to lose interest. He wants to get in there. And they hear it, and they hear it, and it rubs off. And they said, when that other guy leaves, he's going to be 13, like the 10-year-olds. I want that solo, you know. So they hear it all the time, and they take it over.
As for America's Youngest Jazz Band, well, it's played all over the world. At the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, the kids stole the show. At the New Orleans Music Festival, they received a gold medal. Hometown kids doing well, thanks to a trumpet player who just loves music.
America's Youngest Jazz Band from St. Pete Harbor, Florida. Director Sonny LaRosa, gold medal.
This has to be the greatest thrill of my career, not only because of winning a gold medal, but the indication that this is the best band of its kind in the world. Wow.
And good morning, everybody. My gosh, we have got a good-looking crowd here. Sonny LaRosa, America's Youngest Jazz Band. How are you doing?
That's right, fine, thank you.
And all these young people are part of your group from Tampa?
Right, we came from Tampa Bay to play the festival over here in the World Trade Center.
Okay, you got a quick number you can do?
Sure.
Okay.
Here we go.
As we hear from Sonny LaRosa's Youngest Jazz Band.
The band was the youngest ever to play a jazz concert at the World Trade Center. But who ever dreamed at this time that a heartbreaking tragedy would occur 2 years later?